Wish you all a wonderful evening, my dear viewers. This is Santosh Devaraj Pandey, your friend, philosopher and guide. Today, my student have given me the challenge to use this hot seat for giving replies to their answers, giving replies exactly to their questions, that they are going to ask me some random questions. I'm telling you that there is no preparation. I don't know what kind of questions they are going to ask, but yes, this is the way through which I just wanted to show my student how to respond to random questions and how to perform in a better way, so that whenever we will sit in public and whenever we are going to face some kind of random questions, we will respond to those random questions accordingly. So I welcome you all, my dear students, on today's video. Approximately 8 students are sitting right now because it's a heavy rain and maximum number of students are absent today. So not an issue, but as we have committed that we have to just post this video today, and that's what we are doing. So I'm just requesting my students one by one. First of all, in your voice, say hello to our viewers.
Hello viewers.
Okay. Now, these students are going to ask me some random questions, and I will be responding to them accordingly, and we will see what kind of questions they are going to ask and how am I responding. So this is going to be an educational and confidence building video for you guys as well, so that you can just listen to this video and check what is the body language, how people can respond, how people can answer the questions confidently. Okay? So one by one you can ask a question, and please ask your question loud so that the speaker will capture your voice as well, and our viewers will listen to your voice and they will understand that what question you have asked. Please, one by one you can ask a question. Please speak your name loudly as well before asking question.
So hello viewers, I am Ronak. I have a question to sir, that how we focus when we are in a high pressure, and being an student, there is a high pressure from the family, schools and etc. So please sir, reply the answer.
That's a wonderful question, Ronak. Like you just exactly wanted to ask me how to handle pressure. I would like to give you one information. First of all, you have to define what pressure you can say as high pressure for you. Because sometimes something which is high for you, it can be very easy going pressure for some other person. So the pressure, the high pressure, definition of high pressure is different from person to person. Now, what I understood from you is that as a student, you have the pressure of performance, pressure of getting good grades, pressure of getting marks, as well as pressure of getting understanding what would be better for your future. So first thing I can tell you, there are 3 things which I would like to tell. First thing is the word which I say, clarity. Whatever you want to get in your life, whatever you want to achieve in your life, you always have to understand that thing, that in order to get clarity about that thing, this is the goal which you have set in your life and you have to achieve it. Now what is clarity? Clarity is, I am seeing my goal and I am not seeing any obstacle in between. If there are problems, if there are obstacles in between, I am not seeing it first. And even if they are coming again and again, in that scenario, in that situation, all you have to do is focus on your goal. Problems will automatically get reduced. I can give you one example. A few days back, I have written one wonderful line on your board. The problems are like red signals. Pressures are like red signals. But when you reach to that red signal, there are 2 types of people. One person are going to do is that they will see the pressure, they will see that red signal, and they will try to find some alternative or other way. Some people will get back, some people will search for the other way. But those who wait, at red signals what happened? You always have to wait for some time and then wait for that red signal to turn into green, and then you can pass on. Automatically the pressure situation, the things which you are understanding as pressure, those things are exactly opportunities. Because opportunities can make you or break you. The choice is yours. You can become strongly mental or you can become mentally strong. The choice is yours. Pressures are there to test you. Pressures are there to make you a better person. A person when he or she goes to the gym, unless they are taking the pressure of doing weightlifting, unless they are taking the pressure of doing exercise, they will not build their muscles, they will not build their stamina. So pressures are not there to reduce you, or pressures are not work in form of negative things in your life. They can become positive. The only thing is that you have to use your pressure for your betterment, not for your reducing. Okay? So that is something which you have to do. So,
Thank you, sir, providing me my questions answer. One more question is that in the world of there is a world of a youth, and there is a many competition present in the world. So, what are the qualities and skills required in every student to compare with the competition scenario, and they can become a successful person or can achieve their goal?
first of all, if you are going to ask me, I am not a big fan of competition. I was never a big fan of competition. In my opinion, one thing that can beat competition is your creativity. You don't have to work for being the best one. Always try to be the first one, the one of your own kind. So first thing, if you really want to become successful in your life, don't go with the path of competition. Just try to go with the path of creativity. Still, if you really want to go for the path of competition, always remember, no matter how tough the competition is, no matter how bitter the situation is, no matter how worst people are, no matter how bad you are doing, or no matter how bad situation you are facing or feeling, set a goal, be clear with that goal, stretch your limits, and then try to achieve it. So unless you're going to stretch your limits, as I said in one of my videos a few days back when I got the state level award, I said, the parents, what exactly the parents are doing? They are not checking the potential of their kids. They are not checking the potential of their kids. They are only applying for n number of competition forms of n number of competition. And if the kid does not have the potential, what is happening? They are just getting failed in all these competitive exams and feeling frustrated. So first thing to crack any competition is first judge, are you potential enough or not? If not, then first thing is to gain potential, not to get that competition. Because it is a simple probability. If you are not skilled enough, if you don't have that potential, you are not going to become successful. It is simple mathematics. All you have to do, if you are potential enough, go for it. If you don't have that potential, it can be developed, it can be gained. Because so many people have proven these kind of things. So this is something which you have to understand.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, some more question?
Hello viewers, my name is Priyank Banjare and I ask a question for Santosh sir. Sir, what is the meaning of self-confidence and how to increase my self-confidence? Because nowadays self-confidence is the very important thing.
Okay, before letting you know about self-confidence, I would just like to give you the example of three things. There is one wonderful line in the middle which is called confidence. And with the thin line, there are two things attached. One side is self-confidence and other side is overconfidence. Like if I have to speak in Hindi or English, I will win. I will win is confidence. I will definitely win is self-confidence. And only I am going to win is overconfidence. So that's something which you have to understand. Because people can gain potential, people can replace you. That's why I said you never have to try to be the best one in your field. Always try to be the first one. You are best today, some other person is going to cross you and he or she will become the best person. But if you will become the first person, first of your kind, no matter how best people are going to come or get that position, but you will always remain the first person. I can give you the example. Who was the first person to go on moon? It's Neil Armstrong. Who was second? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Correct. Who was the first person to climb on Mount Everest? It is Edmund Hillary. Can you tell me the second one? Nobody knows. Who was the first person to go on space? Yuri Gagarin. Who's the second person? Nobody knows. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be the best one. always try to be the first one of your kind. And if you'll be the first one, people are going to follow your footprints. People are going to follow your path. No matter how many centuries Rohit Sharma is going to score, how many double centuries, but Sachin Tendulkar would be the first person on this planet to score a double century. And nobody can take that level from him. Nobody can take that level from him. So that's something which you have to understand. Okay? Yes, now let me help you. What is self-confidence? As I said, you are giving a competition. First of all, self-confidence is believing in yourself. Self-confidence is having faith in yourself. Self-confidence is I will not win immediately, but definitely. Self-confidence is when you say there are two things. Either I will win or I will learn. There is nothing called losing. So that's called self-confidence. We never get defeated unless we think that we are defeated. We never become fail unless we think that we are failed. So your self-confidence is something which can give you the boost, the growth. Self-confidence is when a tiny micron-sized ant can stand in front of an elephant, look into his eyes and say, I am more powerful than you. Just let me reach to your trunk and then I will show you what I am. So that is self-confidence. Right? So you have to understand, no matter we are not potential enough, but yes, we know that we are going to learn, we will definitely become perfect person and we will definitely get that potential. So that thin line you have to understand what is self-confidence, what is overconfidence and what is confidence. Okay? Next.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello friends, my name is Surya Pratap Singh. I have one question for you. Sir, please give me tell me something about philosophy.
Philosophy. Exactly, if I have to ask you a question, what kind of philosophy you are talking about? What kind of philosophy you are talking? Are you asking me something related to the philosophy of life, philosophy of literature, philosophy? Philosophy is something. It is a person's perspective from his or her own opinion to look things in his or her own way, to take care of the things in his or her own way. That is philosophy. So first of all, understand there are two people. They have different perspective on looking things. When I have to say there is a glass of water, put some water in it. There are two philosophies in it. Some people will say the glass is half filled. Other people will say the glass is half empty. So it is their philosophy and it is their way of looking at the things. Majorly, what I can say, maximum, you will see maximum number of philosophers all across the globe are not rich. That is the biggest problem. Maximum people give philosophies when they don't have money. But my opinion is that everyone should first become rich and then a philosopher. If you really want to know the true philosophy, everyone should become rich and then a philosopher. So a poor person can say money is not everything. A rich person will say money is everything. But if you really want to learn the philosophy, first be a poor person. Slowly and gradually when you will earn money, you will say money is not everything, but by money you can buy everything. That is the true philosophy. So there are 2-3 perspectives of a person. It is like, what is philosophy? I am a person. There is a whiteboard behind me. I am wearing a pink glass, a pink goggle. The whiteboard will appear pink to me. If I am wearing a black goggle, the whiteboard will appear black to me. If I am wearing a green goggle, the whiteboard will appear green to me. So it is the philosopher's perspective of looking at the things. But in actual, the board is neither black nor white nor pink. So neither black nor pink or green. It is white in actual. So things are totally different. And philosopher gives their perspective of looking at the thing in a completely different manner.
I have one more question. Sir, why is philosophy important today?
I will not say philosophy is only important today. Philosophers are those people who change the perspective of looking at the things in this world. philosophers are not only important today. Philosophers are important since the mankind has gained knowledge and they learned how to read and write. Everything has his or her own philosophy. Everything has its own philosophy. Every person or every individual has his or her own philosophy. So I'll not say that philosophy is important today only. Philosophy is important since the mankind has started writing or reading, and philosophy is important since the mankind has gained knowledge. I can give you an example. Correct. By the means of philosophy, you can change the negative perspective of a person into positive perspective. By the philosophy, you can change the negative perspective of a person into positive perspective. I can give you one example. Suppose I'm going for a party. I'm well dressed, and then some bird flew over me and put its excreta on my clothes. I will become frustrated. Maybe I'm going to abuse that bird in such language, but that bird is never going to understand. But what does it really necessary? So this is negative thought of a person. I was going somewhere, I was prepared, I was wonderful, and then some bird has done something mischievous to me, and my clothes get dirty. Now I have two options. Here philosophy came. I have two options. I am going to cry over that, I will go back. I'm going to cry over that, I will go back, abuse that bird in so many languages, and then become frustrated, go to the party and talk about this to every individual in the party. Look what this bird has done. Look what this bird has done. Look what this bird has done. But is it going to clear my pain? No. Now, look this thing in a second perspective and second way of philosophy. What is it? Now I can tell you. Suddenly, the bird done some mischievous things, put the excreta on my clothes. I will clear that, fold my hands, look upward in the sky and say thank you to God for not giving wings to buffaloes and elephants. Correct? I will thank to God to not giving wings to buffaloes and elephants because it was the excreta of a bird. Just think, I'm going for a party and I will just take that excreta of elephant or cow or buffalo on my head. How does it look? So the worst thing has happened to me, I can't change it. But my positive philosophy can make me feel better about it. So that is why it is said that philosophy is really needed in this life to make a person positive, so that a person can feel positive and work and act accordingly. Got it? Yeah. Some more question?
Hello viewers, I am Gamar Satyanakra. I asked question, Santosh sir, for Santosh sir, how to concentrate on study?
That's a wonderful question. That is the biggest question of nowadays. When we say concentrate on studies, you have to understand what is concentration. What is concentration? When we say concentrate on studies, what is concentration? You have to understand the habit. I can recommend you one book. You can read 7 Habits of Rich People, and then I will tell you. Concentration is a part of habit. If you are not in the habit of concentrating on things, you cannot concentrate. Or you can particularly concentrate on few things. I can give you an example. First of all, understand the habit. Good habits are very tough to gain, but you can live an easy life with that. Bad habits you can gain very easily, but it is really tough to live with the bad habits. Correct? You can live with the bad habits, a tough life, but you can gain those bad habits very easily. Good habits will be achieved to you, or will be gained by you, or will be experienced by you with a hard time. You cannot get good habits. You cannot achieve good habits. You cannot gain good habits. But yes, once you will gain those good habits, your life is going to be easy. Similarly, the thing concentration is. I can give you an example. When you went to Time Out Cinema or some other movie theater to watch a movie, at that time, for that 3 hours, Do you really care about your homework is not completed or somebody is waiting for you, not even for a second? Then why it is so that when you are studying, you think all sorts of things about cricket match, about if there is a girlfriend, then you can think about it. If there are some other thing, you can think about it as well. That is something which you have to understand. So first of all, you have to make it a priority. And why people think of concentrating on studies, it's a problem. Because you think study is a hard work. I can tell you, the biggest problem is that people think when you will do hard work, you will become successful and then the happiness comes in your life. Correct? You'll have to do hard work, then you will become successful and then the happiness comes in your life. But my philosophy of life is try to be happy, you will automatically do hard work, and success is just like this. Success is a byproduct. So you don't have to think. If you enjoy studying, you don't need concentration. If you enjoy something, you will automatically concentrate. You enjoy playing cricket, you concentrate on it. You enjoy watching movies, you concentrate on it. So you don't have to make your studies hard work. All you have to do is to gain concentration is start enjoying your studies. If you enjoy it, and you are going to study for 8 hours, your mind will say, one more question. But if you see that I am doing hard work, after 2 hours of solving mathematics, you will keep hand on your back and say, today I have done so much hard work. That hard work is not going to make you successful. If you really want to become successful, start enjoying the things. You will automatically start concentrating. If you are not enjoying anything, you will not concentrate. If you enjoy something, you will start concentrating on it automatically. You don't have to learn some kind of meditation to develop the concentration. There are so many cheap mentality. People say like you can do this meditation, that meditation to learn concentration, or you can have a Brahmi syrup or whatever, or Shankapuspi to gain concentration. It's a bullshit and nothing else. It's a bullshit. Unless you are enjoying anything, you will not concentrate on it. If you are not enjoying a movie, you are not going to concentrate on it. If you are enjoying a movie, nobody else in this world can stop you from concentrating. So concentration is a matter of just loving what you do. Okay? If you are loving it, if you are enjoying it, you will automatically start concentrating. Next question.
Hello everyone, my name is Vikas Sharma. I ask a question for Santosh sir. What is the difference between information and knowledge?
Anything which you can get from someone. That's a wonderful question, first of all. Let me tell you. Information and knowledge. Sometimes we think we cannot distinguish on information and knowledge. But somebody said that Santosh sir is a bad